And welcome everybody. This is Cajun doing some more Cajun plays, playing a different game here. This is probably going to be one of those afternoon with Cajun things, because I don't know if I'm going to make a full series of this, but still. Yeah, this is Cajun. Testing out a new game here. It's called BeamNg, and I know that a lot of you guys have enjoyed my my videos with Wreckfest, and a few people said, hey, if you like Wreckfest, you should try this game. Well, I actually have tried this game. I actually bought both these games at almost the same time. Because they're on sale or something. And what is BeamNg? Well, BeamNg is called a soft body physics vehicle simulator. I can't really say that it's a racing game. I can't really say that it's a demolition derby game, because both those aspects of the game are more or less non-existent. The game is in like super pre-alpha, but what it does have is an amazing real-to-life soft body physics game. When I say soft body, like, what does that mean? Soft body, what does that even mean? Does it mean the game is fat? What? No. It means that the cars are actually comprised of a mesh, a 3D mesh that can be altered, and this is how it gets altered. Boom! So, you know, some nice bending and alterations. The creators of the game went into great detail doing things like, you know, actually adding panels to the cars, adding vehicular damage. Right now my engine is a little bit messed up. Oh shit. My alignment is probably all messed up. And eventually this truck is just going to overheat and explode. My alignment is so messed up, this is me driving straight. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I flipped it. However, I can always move this back around. So, yeah, I thought this game was kind of neat. It is fun to piss around in. I'm just going to reset the truck here. There we go. But there's not really a whole lot to it, so I tried to devise a way to make things interesting. So I thought I would try to do a thing where I could go around like a racetrack. Ooh! Oh my, that hurt. Go around a racetrack and see how long it takes to actually destroy various vehicles. And I will say that I am not the first person to think of this idea. While I was actually looking into how to do this, looking for maps, I found that some other people have actually already picked out the perfect map for it, which I'm going to take us to right now. And nice hard cut there. This map is called Baja Rama, and what people like to do is take various vehicles and drive them around this racetrack and just basically see how long it takes for them to get destroyed, which was more or less what I was going for. So perfect, there's a map that's already more or less designed for this. Now this is a Baja track, which means, I don't actually know what Baja stands for, but when I think of Baja I more or less think of rally, but in the desert, and usually with big trucks with giant wheels. Obviously, vehicles like Mr. Truck here, probably not particularly suited for this style of racing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have everybody go around the track. We're going to start here, I think, right next to this sort of garage thing. And I'm going to race a variety of trucks around cars and trucks around the track, and just see how far they get and talk about as they get slowly destroyed. All right, so we're going to do a quick reset here. There we go. And do we want to start with the truck? I feel like starting with the truck would be a bit cheating, because the truck is probably better designed for these kind of things. Would you just stop moving for a second here, truck? Oh my god. Oh well. Okay, well the truck's just going to keep rolling away on me. So the game has built in a whole bunch of different cars you can select, and most of them are they're cars that are obviously modeled after real-life cars, but they have fake names because they probably couldn't get the licensing. I have also added a few real ones, such as like I have some F1s in here and stuff like that. I can't find any right now, but there's a few anyway. Things like the Plymouth Belvedere, Tempest, Le Mans, Odell Cadet, and things like that. But I'm going to start with the cars that the game comes with. What's a good one here? Here we go. Gavril Barstow. Sure, why not? And we're gonna see. You can see that the game has a whole bunch of variants of it, and they're all a little bit different. So there's 291. There's a 353 V8 engine, the 423 engine, usually the small block or whatever they call that. A whole bunch of different packages and stuff like that too. I'm going to look for sort of like a sport package. That's what I want to go with. I just want to make all the cars a little bit more powerful, but not super powerful. So let's go with this guy. 632 Road Sport. Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Ooh, go for the manual one. There we are. Oops, I went to spawn new. I did not mean to do that. I meant to go to replace. So when you spawn new, it actually spawns a second car. We're going to jump into this one, and we're actually going to get rid of it, because I don't want to have two cars on the road. There we go. All right, now we're in this guy. Okay, so here's the bar style. Let's drive around the track and see how long she lasts. Nice bright yellow color. You can change the colors of things too. Let's see if I can't zoom the camera out. Oh, I gotta get rid of the menu. There we go. Now I can zoom the camera out a bit. Oh, there we are. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna try to go flat out with these cars as much as I can, which means I'm gonna like pedal to the metal. Obviously going around corners, I'm gonna try for a bit more control, but for the most part, I want to go as fast as possible. Ooh, sliding all over the place. This is why I have to be careful on the corners, because as you can see, rear-wheel drive cars, not the best suited for sandy Baja conditions. Honestly, front-wheel drive cars aren't that much better. Front-wheel drive cars give you a little bit more climb around these jumps, but that's about it. All-wheel drive is what we want, but we're going to attempt not to have too many all-wheel drive cars, because I feel like that might be cheating. Oof. Just change the camera angle so you can see some of the damage that's happening. This car is very front heavy. Well, really, almost all the cars are going to drive are, but it also has a big bumper and a big front end. So what's going to happen is every time I go over these jumps, it's going to slam front end first in. Oh, okay. Oh no, drive shaft broken. Oh, is this it already? Oh, that's it already. Oh, he didn't make it very far, did he? Well, that's it. So you can hear me revving the engine, but nope, I slammed the ground too hard and broke the drive shaft. And that is going to happen. Okay, so that's as far as she made it. Okay. All right, so we'll jump in another car. We'll leave the last car here, just to see how far along basically the next car got. Okay. Okay, so the next car is the 200BX, and I'm attempting to give all the cars a little bit of a sportier version. So I'm not going for the base model. I am going for the sport model in most cases. Not the supercharged models, not any of the fancy luxury supercharged, just the like one level up from the base one. So they're a little bit faster. Now this is another rear-wheel drive car. I've also added a little cone there. That's our starting position. So we'll know when we've made a lap, if that ever actually happens. Okay, so let's get this guy started. All right, this is, again, another rear-wheel drive. Now, rear-wheel drive cars on sand have a bit of an issue. And that is that usually it's actually anything that has bad traction. So sand, snow, slush, water, anything like that. You're going to get a little bit of, I can't remember the exact term for it, but basically what happens is when you accelerate quickly, whoa, a little bit of a bounce there. Oh, bit of a hard bounce. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're rolling. Oh, we're all right though. Oh, Jesus. When you accelerate, it lifts up the front of the car just a little bit, and that little bit means that your front wheels aren't going to get as much traction as they normally would. Now, because you're pushing and you're lifting the front end up, you've ever seen in drag races where the cars start taking off and the front end flies up in the air? Well, you're basically having a micro version of that every time you accelerate hard. Now, if you accelerate reasonably, oh, radiator damaged already, accelerate reasonably and you don't have this problem, but we are accelerating super hard. So, like, if this was snow, or in this case sand is adequate enough, as soon as I hit the gas, it lifts up the front end, and the car kind of spins a bit because the steering isn't as effective, we'll say. Because again, the front tires aren't getting as much traction because they've been lifted. Even if it's just a few millimeters out of the sand, it's just enough. I mean, how deep are treads, right? They're only a couple centimeters, maybe 1 centimeter deep. So you take 20% of that away, that's 20% less steering. Front-wheel drive cars work a little bit better in this particular situation just because they are pulling you through the sand, and therefore while they lift the suspension up, the wheels themselves push down on the ground. So you do get a little bit more traction that way. Obviously, it's not a ton more traction, but it's a little bit more. The best would obviously be all-wheel drive, which the, oh god, front and rear wheels are working together. Oh, we've lost a big piece of the car there. We also lost, okay, so I should just pause for a second here and talk about what's happened to our car. Oh, we're going to spin around and see the front end. Oh, good. So we've lost the whole front end of the car. According to the little image on the upper right, there's a red marker over top of the radiator, if you can see that. It might be a bit small. And the lower left is actually the damage mesh, and it's actually showing what parts of the car have been damaged by what we've done. The body of the car, rather. And, of course, the top right is the components of the car. So right now we have issues with the rad. One thing I'm a little sad it doesn't show is it doesn't actually show when you've had damage to, like, the steering, which in this particular case right now, I have had. It is pulling hard to the right. and it is causing me to compensate and spin. The other issue is the car is obviously smoking. We've lost a bit of power. That's probably all my coolant boiling away. Oh shit. This segment of the track I'm going to refer to as the Sahara Desert, because by now we are just dry on rad fluid, and this is what's going to probably kill us, is a lack of fluids. Oh god. Which, you know, you try to traverse the Sahara, that's generally what happens. You die from lack of water. Or maybe freezing at night, but that's something different. Oh, we've lost a little bit of the bumper again. Oh my god. Okay, so I do know that when you're caught in a spin, what you're supposed to do in rear-wheel drive cars is you actually brake when you're caught in a spin, versus front-wheel drive cars, which you continue to accelerate. And if you're in an all-wheel drive car and you get into a spin, you pretty much just pray because you're already fucked. I mean, if you're in an all-wheel drive car and you have lost control, it's just like, well, it just wasn't your day to be alive, apparently. Anyway, oh, I'm just going to keep doing this. Just, you know, just a little spinny-roo. There we are. Okay, I guess I could probably accelerate not as ridiculously. There we go. It's probably a little bit better. Now, most of the models that I'm showing are also going to be manual. Now, I have it on to automatically shift manual gears. I don't know. Just leave me alone. As I didn't really feel like actually dealing with it. I do find on these tracks, having the manual shifting just shows a little bit better of what the poor cars have to go through. Okay, so we're almost at one lap. This is great. Oh, we're going to make one lap. I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, shit. Okay, so we did in fact make a lap. Oh, we've done one lap. This guy, look at this guy, guy's going strong. Lost most of his paneling. I will point out one thing though, and that is for the sake of rules. Oops, sorry about that. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and make the rule right now that if I lose the ability to control the car, that is considered the car is dead. So in this particular case, I almost can't turn left. If this becomes a bigger issue where I just can't turn left, I will have to end the poor car's life. Oh god. Okay, no, we're still doing good. We're still doing fine. That was what, a 4-minute lap? That wasn't actually too bad. Oh, we're rolling. We're rolling. And unlike, say, GTA, where when you're rolling, you can control it in midair, you cannot control it. Okay, I think we may have to call this one dead. We have lost the ability to steer, and it's probably something to do with that wheel. Look at it just bouncing around. Yeah, it's not. Okay, so one wheel is working, and the other wheel is not. Okay, we got an overheating coolant. Yeah, I think we may have to end this one. This car appears to have lost the ability to steer. Okay, so we made it this far. This isn't too bad. Yeah, we won't be able to make it much further than that. We're just spinning in circles at this point. Okay, hey, it wasn't too bad. Made it pretty far. The engine didn't blow up. We lost the ability to steer, and that happens. All right, on to the next car. All right, so the next car we're going to look at is in here. It's the ETK I series. ETK I. Again, it's not really a real name. It's a German car, so I feel like it's probably supposed to be modeled after a Volkswagen. I could be very wrong though. Oops. We've left the other car there. I've put in sort of a mid-range sport version. There are actually a whole bunch of versions of this one, but again, we want just a little bit sporty. This is another rear-wheel drive car, and I'm gonna see about getting another type next time, not a rear-wheel drive next time, to show the control difference. This model also comes in all-wheel drive. It does not come in straight front-wheel drive though, except for one of the sport packages. But I'm not gonna. It has a turbocharger, and it's just unfair. I will say one thing, this car definitely has a lot more pep than the last one. It is a bigger engine. The other one had a 2-liter engine, the model that I put in. This one's got a 2.4-liter engine. It has a little bit better control than the other car had. I'll give it that. That's definitely an upside here. It's taken some hits. It's taken a few big hits. We're bouncing all over. We missed that jump because we're dicking around with the camera. Just want to show the slight bit of front end impact. Oh crap! Okay, we've lost the rear. We've lost the rear windshield. Not super ideal, but again, I mean, it's replaceable, right? We'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna go for some speed up here. This is where we lost the. We lost the drive shaft from the previous one. And again, I removed it just so that I don't have cars littering the place. Oh crap! That did a bit of damage on the bodywork. Look at that! It dented our door up on the side. Oops, turned the wrong way. And it also, look at what happened to the trunk. It just sunk in right there. Okay, spinning us off. That's my bad. Spun us off here. Apparently this has it's definitely not a limited slip differential, because the car is the rear wheels are not acting that well. Okay, so that's one thing I should mention. So cars, they have these things called differentials. Oh shit. Standard. Oh look, it's parts of the other car. There's standard, there's limited slip, and then there's stiff. And what that is basically when the transmission gives engine power to the wheels. Oh crap! That piece of that car got stuck under us. It's going to either it's going to try to give equal power to both back wheels, but a limited slip differential will basically, if one of the wheels starts slipping, it's going to put more power to the one that's not slipping, and so on and so forth. With older cars, the technology was not really that good, and you'd get stuff like if one tire was in the mud spinning and the other tire was on solid pavement, it would just run completely off that tire that was in the mud because it's spinning in the mud, and the other tire wouldn't move at all. So they eventually they have stiff differentials, they different ones like that. Oh crap! Oh, we're rolling. Oh, we've lost probably our front windshield here. Things like drag racers and stuff like that will use stiff ones where both wheels always spin at the same rate, but they all have their benefits, I'm sure. Anyway, enough car rambling. Let's keep going here. Okay, so we've oh, some good bounces. Definitely some good bounces there. I'm liking this car. I feel like this one might last just a little bit longer than the previous one. It's still in really good condition. I haven't lost any of my steering. I mean, it's even rolled once. Okay, we lost a bit of control there. Apologize for that. Come on, camera. What are you doing to me? Okay, there we go. Sorry, the camera sometimes just gets stuck on weird angles and I can't see it. So we passed the Sahara. We do have radiator damage, but that's okay. We passed through without the coolant overheating. Oh, bit of a bounce there. Bit of a hard bounce. All right, and then we're gonna come up here to the next area. We're not really sure what we're gonna call this yet. Oh crap. There we are. So let's see how this jump fares. Oh, what a bounce! Oh, we almost took out that cone. Oh, that was really good. Okay, cool. I think I was gonna refer to that one as the shafter, because that's where basically, if you have a car with a long drive shaft, that's where you're gonna lose it. But no, I think we're doing good now. Coming up into here, which okay, all right, no, we're good. This is the sort of intro jumps. There's our previous car again, steaming away. Oh, bit of a bounce. Oh, almost lost control. Don't want that. Don't want off the map. Oh, we're good. We're fine. That's nothing. Okay. Oh, bit of a bounce. Oh, bit of a spin. That's okay. We're gonna just turn into it. We're good. All right. Oh, this is doing pretty good. Surprisingly well for the second lap. I am definitely losing some power. I can feel it. The car is, you notice that we don't quite have as much get up and go as we did on the way there, and it's probably because, oh shit, we may have lost some control to some of the wheels. Could be dragging a bit, could be a few things, but we're not quite able to make these jumps, which means every one of these jumps is resulting in a bounce or an impact that is just, it's just acting like a front end collision with every single bounce at this point. There we go. Oh, sorry if it's a little bit choppy there. Not sure what's going on. Okay. Oh, that's less than ideal. Perfect. Come around this corner. Ooh. Oh, it's getting hard to control. All right. So this jump, and we made it. We made that jump. There's pieces of the other car, and we did not make that jump at all. I think we may have just split the front axle a little bit. Look at the canter on those wheels. That is not good. It's not what a car is supposed to look like. That's okay though. We're fine. We're just gonna reset the camera again. There we go. Bouncing around here. Oh my god, we might actually make 2 laps with this car. This is good. I think we're doing okay though. I mean, wow. What a champ this car is so far. I wasn't expecting to get this much mileage out of this one, but I guess, you know, I mean, Volkswagen, they make pretty good cars. I'm assuming that this what this car is meant to be, like an older Volkswagen, like a Passat or a Golf or something like that, Cabrio. Anyway, we're doing okay. Man, 2 laps. We're almost at 2 laps. We're almost at 2 laps. We haven't hit it yet. We haven't hit that mark yet. The engine there's a lot of smoke coming out of it. A lot of smoke coming out of the engine. I think the Sahara may be doing it in here. Given that we broke the rad pretty early on, I will say that the coolant levels in this have been pretty spectacular. Oh, we have just lost, somehow we just lost the front right, well, not the front, I mean the right-hand mirror. That's what that was bouncing away. It's fine though, we're fine. Oh, okay, losing a bit of traction here. We're losing a bit of power too, I should point out. The car is not enjoying what we are doing to it. I think we may have some slipping going on in the transmission or the clutch or something. Not really sure. I'm just saying words at this point. Don't really know that much about cars. Ooh, oh, God, these bounces cannot be doing it much good. Oh, we almost went off road there. Okay, we're gonna try to stick to the road. Oh, coolant is now overheating. Our door is popped open, and okay, we've lost a bit more steering. Gotta get some speed to get over this. We're gonna have a problem. Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, we just narrowly missed it. My God, we've done it. We've done 2 laps in this car. I think this is gonna be our champion. Oh, no! Don't die as soon as I say how good you are, car. Oh, come on. Okay, we're gonna just stop it, and then there we go. We're gonna reset the camera. Now, let's just point out I'm resetting the camera, not the car itself. I can't reset the car without fixing it unless I flip it manually, which you've seen before. Okay, so here we go. Coming down here. Oh, and oh, bit of a bounce. Jesus. Oh, this is okay. So far, I am very pleased with this car. Let's do it. Piston ring's damaged. Okay, oil overheating. Oh, that's less than ideal. Oh, I'm losing some power. We're losing some power. Oh, every one of these is it's just like slamming into a brick wall to the poor engine. Oh, God. Imagine, God, your ass and your back would hurt so much. It's still going, though. We gotta give it that. It is still going, despite all of the smoke, and the smoke is heavy, both from the engine and also out of the exhaust. Head gasket damaged. Oh, that's gonna result in more issues. Okay, so the head gasket, basically, when it goes, you start to get compression loss. Actually, the piston rings will result in the same thing. And this means that basically, oh no, that's not good. Connecting rod bearings damaged. That usually is the end of a car. And there it is. Engine off, restarting. No, it is not going to restart. That's it. That's where she died. Ooh, wow, look at all the smoke coming out of that. Nice. Still in one piece, though. Can I, it's rolling backwards now. I'm going to try to put this off the road, and that is where it's going to be. All right, we'll throw the parking brake on. All right, we'll grab another car here. All right, perfect. God, look at all that steam. Oh, good job. 2.5 laps. That wasn't bad. All right, up next we have the something Legrand. The Brucknell Legrand, that was it. Okay, which I mean, it looks to me like it might be modeled after kind of like a like one of the K cars from the '80s, like Chrysler LeBaron maybe, or something like that. Possibly a Reliant. I'm not entirely sure. But okay, so this is the first front-wheel drive car. We've given it a sports package, and that should give us a little bit extra oomph. But again, this car is. This is this is a cheap car and does not have a very, very powerful engine, so we might run into some issues. I was saying before, though, the head gasket, when those things blow, what happens is compression in the engine, some of that gas, because internal combustion engines, home little explosions, that gas leaks out, and it leaks into the oil, and it leaks pretty much everywhere. And you basically have less pressure, less power. It's like, if you had like, oh crap, okay, radiator is damaged already. Wow, Jesus. It's like a balloon, right? A balloon's full of pressure. You put a little pinhole in it, not to pop it, but a little pinhole in it. You try to inflate it, and it's going to slowly deflate. Sort of the same idea, I think. Piston rings will do the same. If the piston rings blow, then your car basically starts venting exhaust way too early. This car, this car is not This car is not doing the best already. I can see this. I don't think we're going to get even a lap out of this one. It does not have really the speed required to go over these jumps properly. In fact, oh, we may be rolling it. Yes, we did in fact roll it. That's okay. We'll flip it back over. Carefully flip it over. Oops, I have opened the door. I grabbed onto the door by mistake. That's okay. It shouldn't affect anything. There's our previous attempt. What's up, guy? He's having some issues, but it's okay. We're going good so far. We do have a rad damage though, and depending on how badly damaged it is going to depend on how long the car is going to last before it overheats. And if we hit pretty hard here, which we are hitting hard on all of these jumps. I don't know how long this car is going to last. That's okay though. Well, engine starved of oil. Don't worry about that. That's just what happens when you flip the car over. We're going to let that oil drip back down. It should be fine now. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're going to take off again. Ooh. Oh, the trim on this car is not doing well. I haven't lost any headlights yet though, so that's good. I mean, there's always some resale value in those headlights. Plus the trunk, I mean, the trunk is pristine. There's nothing wrong with that trunk. Not even a little bit. So, you know, we can sell the rear bumper. We can sell the trunk. That's all good. Okay, perfect. Keep going around here. Driving into the Sahara section of the track. It's not actually the Sahara. Oh, we're already losing a bit of power here. I can barely get it to climb over 75 kilometers an hour. That's pretty pathetic. Oh, went up to 90 briefly. That might have just been the wheels spinning as I bounced up into the air. There might be suffering also from some twisted frame going on here. Oh, that is not what I meant to hit. Ooh. Oh, the car is having trouble revving. Oh yeah, this is not ideal. I said before that I put all the cars in manual, and I think what I meant to say was the reason I did that is so we can actually see what gear it's trying to be in as it gets up these things. If you put it in automatic, it pretty much behaves about the same, but it would just say D, it would just say drive, it wouldn't say what gears it's in, all that. There is a significant amount of smoke coming out of the engine. You will notice one thing, is I have not spun this car out once, and that is a testament to the front-wheel drive system of cars. It pulls and gives you a lot more traction. Mind you, I'm also not going nearly as fast, so it's a bit of an unfair comparison. Yes, you will get more traction with front-wheel drive cars in sandy conditions, but the fact that I'm not going very fast is probably the main factor here. Okay. Oh my God, we're not doing so well. I don't know. Can we make it up? Yes, the car has pulled us up the hill. We're doing it. We're doing it. Come on. Come on. You can make it. You can make it. Oh, I did not make it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'll try to flip us back over here. I don't want to leave my car right there. That's probably bad. And there we are. Engine's a little starved of oil. That's fine. Oh, look at that. That cannot be good for whatever is in the front of this car. But hey, maybe I won't hit the ground so often on those big bumps. Okay, we've done one lap. That is much further than I thought we'd ever make it. Coming through here, the hairpin curve here of me just skipping it, apparently. It's usually where we find out that we have control issues, is right there. And then we have this couple little bumps here, the intro bumps. Oh, we've lost a hubcap. We lost two hubcaps. Look at them go. Oh, the hubcaps have gone further than the car. I'm gonna say, look at it way over there in the corner. That the hubcaps being part of the car, if they beat how far this car goes, I'm gonna. Oh shit! Did not mean to do that. I'm gonna say that is the distance it's traveled. It's only fair. A piece of the car goes further. Okay. Reset the camera here as best I can. The engine starved for oil. That's fine. Surprisingly long on a busted rad. Usually we have a little bit more problem with that. Okay, we've passed our hubcap, so we've gone further than the hubcap. That's good. We've lost a bit of steering with that front right tire. You notice it's just kind of doing its own thing. But one of the fun little benefits of the fact that, again, this car is a front-wheel drive car, is the tires, because they're still spinning, even though I've lost the ability to turn it, they are still attached to the transmission, still spinning. So they will get a little bit of traction based on just the fact that they are driving. Versus the rear-wheel drive, once you lose the steering, they're just flopping about, and they can actually act as a brake, which is never really good. Okay. Oh, this is bad. No, this is no good. We're bouncing all over the place. There's, again, our old friend. We've almost beat you, old friend. Yes, one more lap from that point there, and we have beat the other car, which would be a new record. Will it happen? I'm putting my money on no. Given especially right now we've lost the piston rings. So now what's happening is, again, you're going to have a loss of compression, you have a loss of power. What's happening now is the engine's going to start burning oil because with the high rate of the engine, gas is going up into the top and into the top part of the engine, and it's venting when it's not supposed to. You're going to get exhaust going back into the fresh air areas. Well, no, not really. I guess they're completely separate, but you're going to get exhaust at least going up into the top area of the engine where the little rockers are, and you're going to end up burning a lot of the oil. You're going to burn a lot of oil, so your smoke's going to start turning kind of bluish. It's not good. Not good. We have also lost our muffler is just hanging on by a thread there. I'm not sure what's holding it. But it must still be attached because I can see the exhaust coming out of it. This is pretty impressive. We have lost more ability to steer. I'm just going to try to give us a look at the front end there. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. We can still turn left, though, just barely. All right. That front right wheel is just mangled all to hell, but I can still manage to get it to go straight. Fun little, again, a little side effect of the front-wheel drive car. You do get a little bit more power when you have problems like that. Okay, so we're going up the ladder here. Call this Jacob's ladder. Why? I don't know. Just making up names at this point. Go around the watchtower. The watchtower corner. We're still doing all right. We're still able to control this car, which is much better than I thought. However, I should point out, look at how far out that rear wheel is compared to this side. Our whole rear axle has been shifted over about 3 inches. That is not good. Oh, our hood just slammed shut though, so that's okay. I mean, we at least got that going for us. We haven't lost the front bumper yet, have we? No, it's hanging on by a couple clips. I gotta just invest in that clip company because, man, they know what they're doing. Okay, bit of a bounce. Can we make it up this hill? Oh, I don't know. Oh, we did. We just barely climbed up. Coolant is now overheating. This is where we're gonna run into some issues, but I can't slow down now. I gotta keep going, and oh, there goes the bumper. Oh, this might be spelling the end for us. The engine is in the wrong place entirely. Again, I'm still able to turn. I'm very amazed. That right wheel is just messed up. Oh. Okay, so the front left wheel axle has broken, and I think that might be it for us. Yes, that is it. Okay, so there we go. This car she's dead here. So what has happened is previously the steering rod on the right axle busted, and now the entire drive rod for the left wheel busted. Yeah, we've lost power, and with a lot of these cars, they don't have the whole limited slip differential and all that. They have basically, if one tire gets all the power, it's going to get, or one tire has no friction, it's going to get all the power. So what's happened is that drive shaft going to the left wheel has severed, so it's just spinning right now. And the other wheel, the car thinks that it's stuck, so it's not moving at all. Now I could burn this thing out. Oh, look at the smoke coming out of the back. Look at that. That's not a healthy color. I could actually just run this till it explodes, but I am gonna just we'll end it here. This poor guy. Okay, maybe one more. We'll do one more car. How's that sound? That sounds good to me. All right, the last car for today is this one is well, it's actually straight up. It's a mod. It is a Delta 88 or Delta Classic 88. I believe it's Oldsmobile. I think Oldsmobile made it. Possibly Buick. I could be wrong. It's Oldsmobile or Buick. Either way. I'm sure we all have seen and possibly driven in one of these because a lot of people have lived through the 80s and have seen 80s movies. These are big, bulky cars. Big, bulky cars. Not really the rally or Baja type. You don't generally see these on the track, and we'll show you why here. This might be a really short run. Okay, so the rad is already damaged, and how my steering going? No, the steering is okay. Okay, so the rad's damaged so far. Let's flip this back over here. Gently, 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 gently. Talking to myself there. Perfect. Engine started to oil. That's okay. So we have a little bit of rad damage. Now these cars have huge engines. Again, this V8 engines, because back then they didn't care about fuel efficiency. Now, despite it being V8, it's not really that, we'll say, powerful. It's powerful, but it's not fast. I mean, if you needed to tow something, this would be great. If you needed to have like 7 dead people in the trunk, this would be a great vehicle for that, but not really so much for the racing. And you'll see that every time we hit, oh my god, the front end just slams down. And I'll show you, once we hit a bigger jump, exactly the issue we're having in slow motion. Okay, so here, we'll slow this down for a second. Watch as it hits the ground here. The front end actually impacts and just destroys the suspension. Oh, did I mention this game has, like, on-demand slow motion? No? Well, I should have. Alright, let's bring it back to normal speed. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, bouncing over these cliffs. Oh, that was not good. Oh, we're up. Oh, drive shaft broken. Oh, that was fast, wasn't it? Oh, we're not going to make it. I think we made it slightly further than the Brucknell. Just slightly. Just slightly further than the first car. Yeah, these big heavy cars definitely not suited for this kind of thing. And that is unfortunately also the downside in this particular case to using rear-wheel drive cars in a Baja race or a race like this. Is you snap that drive shaft, you're just dead. Front-wheel drive cars, depends on the car. You snap the left or right drive shaft, you might still be able to run on one wheel, but for the most part you're dead. But those drive shafts are a little harder to break because they're only a few, maybe a foot long, whereas this one, that drive shaft is 3-4 feet long and very easy to break it or disconnect it. You break the U-joint, that kind of thing. But anyway, this has been Cajun, doing some BeamNG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you do, let me know. For now, I'm going to leave you with a little fun slow motion destruction action. Boom! Oh, look at that. Oh, it feels so good to destroy that car. Oh, yes. I mean, if anything, the game is just fun to slow motion destroy cars like this. So yeah, if you guys like it, let me know. I can always destroy some more cars, have some more fun, or I'll just stick with the other games I'm playing. Anyway, everybody, drive safe and have a good one.